Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Completely forgot to record an intro again. I am just bringing you this affordable makeup look. You can get all the products that I mentioned at Target, Walmart, Ulta at a reasonable price. I don't think anything that I mentioned is above $15. So if you would like to know what products I used or would like to know how I got this look, please keep on watching.
All right, guys, so the last video I showed you a foundation routine using all high-end products. This video I'm going to show you all the products that I use that are affordable. I already went ahead and did my brows with the e.l.f. pencil. This one is in medium brown. And the next thing I already did was moisturize my face, applied my sunscreen, serum, and under eye cream. So what I'm going to go in with now is this Hard Candy Sheer Envy Hydrate Primer. This, they claim is a dupe for the Milk Grip Primer. Just focus it in the inner portion of my face to hide any pores. And for primers, I really like to focus most of it in the inner portion of my face. And also this lower area, since we're wearing masks, it just helps the foundation to grip. So while that sets, I'm going to go in and conceal my eyelids because I am going to add a little bit of eyeshadow. Use this Milani palette. This one is in Most Wanted, Rosy Revenge 140. And the first color I am going to start off with is this one right here. Anything crazy today, I'm just going to do something really simple just to give my eyelid a little bit of color. And I'm going to focus this color right in the crease. And I like to go in windshield wiper motions, and then I like to buff it out by going into circular motions. And I'm just going to quickly build that color up. So the next color I'm going to take is this like purpley shade. And I'm going to go just a little bit lower than the lighter color. And I'm going to start on the outer V. And again, I'm going to sweep it back and forth and then go in circular motions. And this is very key to having a seamless eyeshadow color. This is actually a very pigmented palette for something that you can find at the drugstore. Not saying the drugstore doesn't have really great palettes. I just find they're less pigmented. Now that that's blended, I am going to next go in with an M24 for Morphe, and I'm just going to take this champagne color right here, and this I'm going to apply all over the lid. And if you ever want these shimmers to be a little more intense, because it seems like this shimmer is not that intense, you can always take your finger and apply it like this, and it does the trick in making it a little more intense. Anytime you apply like a shimmery shadow on your eye, you want to make sure that you go in with the original brush, crease brush that you were using. This is the M505 that I was originally using, and just buff out. I am going to deepen out the outer corner just a little bit, so I'm going to take this color on the end. It's Morphe M443 brush, and I'm just going to focus this on the bottom portion of my eye. When I'm using a dark color, I like to basically stamp it where I want it, so I get the most product again, and then I proceed to buff it out back and forth and then in circular motions. That way the shadow doesn't get everywhere on your face. And this is how it's looking, which I'm happy with. It looks a little smoky. I like that. I'm just going to go ahead and go in with this e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer Satin Finish in the shade Medium Peach. And I'm just going to apply a little bit on my blemishes. And just lightly tap it. You don't want to tap it so much that the concealer fully disappears. You just want to lighten those blemishes up. So when you go in with foundation, it makes it seamless and you can't see through it if it's not a full coverage foundation. I'm going to be using the L'Oreal Infallible 24-hour fresh wear. I got two colors. I don't know which color I am. I feel like I'm a little bit in between. So I got 460 golden beige and I got 465 sand. If your foundation doesn't match perfectly like mine never does, what you can do is you can either mix or you can go a little heavier on the bronzer and the concealer. That looks like a pretty good color, not dead on. Again, I'm going to take that same beauty blender and just buff this color out. And I feel like the overall coverage is pretty good. It's a little tanner than my chest, but that's okay. The next thing we're going to go in with is that concealer from earlier, same color. I'm going to go ahead and take that same beauty blender and just start buffing out the areas where I added the concealer. And then for under your eye, you want to be gentle, so you're just going to do little tapping motions. So for a setting powder, I'm going to go in with this e.l.f. Halo Glow setting powder. I got mine in light. Medium was too dark for me. And for this, I'm just going to tap just a little bit out underneath my eye. I do not bake under my eye because I tend to be a little bit dry and I don't want to look cakey. So I just tap just a little bit out under my eye. 536 brush. Again, Morphe is available at Ulta, so. And then I just basically take this and tap in the excess powder. I'm going to take this e.l.f. Retro Paradise brush. It's angled. It's part of a collection. This, I'm just going to take it. This brush is a little dense. This is my first time using this brush. I'm just going to dab in the translucent powder, the same Halo Glow palette that we use for under our eye, just to set the skin. So when we apply bronzer and blush, it doesn't move. And I like to stipple in the powder to not disturb the actual foundation underneath. So basically it's just a pouncing motion like this. So the next thing I'm going to go in with is bronzer. And this is the Mega Glow Wet n Wild Contouring Palette. And it looks like that. And I'm going to take this brown shade and I'm just going to tap my brush in it a little bit. It does have a little bit of a kick up. And I'm going to tap off the excess. And then I'm just going to slightly bronze my face. I also like to go under the chin, sculpt the jawline just a little bit. I'm going to go in with the Beauty Blender and blend the forehead just a little bit. So for blush, I'm going to go in with this palette. This is a new purchase. I haven't used it before, but it's the BH Cosmetic Bellini 6-color blush palette. And this is what it looks like. So I think today I will go in with just Peachy and Peach of Cake. It is Real Techniques multitask brush. And I'm going to just dip a little bit in each. And then I like to do my blush back a little bit because it kind of like elongates the face a little bit, makes it a little further back. Just make sure you blend out the blush. It's okay since we're wearing masks if you go a little ham on the blush. because your mask does remove some of it. I do like putting a little bit on the apples of my cheeks. For highlight, I'm going to go in with this L'Oreal palette Crushed Foil Metallic Highlighter. This is in the color 10 Rose Quartz. And the highlighting brush I will be using is the Morphe E61. And I'm just going to highlight my brow, down the bridge of my nose, the tip of my nose, the high point of my cheek bones. And just to make sure that we're all blended, I do go back in with the blush brush and just basically buff it to make sure it goes seamless. Like that. I am going to go in with an eyeliner. I'm going to leave the under eye blank because my mask tends to hit that, but I'm going to go in with this eyeliner. It's in Rimmel London's 5 Nude. And I'm just going to apply that down the bottom. For mascara, I'm going to go in with the Maybelline The Falsies Lash Lift Mascara in Blackest Black. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply it to the top lashes first. I like to first coat them, and then I like to roll and wiggle the wand a little bit. I like that. And then I'm just going to put a little bit on my lower lash line. Again, tap all over with my beauty blender. Make sure everything is blending seamless. For setting spray, I'm going to use the Glow Dewy Mist. And it has coconut and argan oil. So this one is good. It will make you look dewy, less dry. So just going to spread that around. After I apply the setting spray, I do like to tap it into the skin just so it melts. I like to add a little bit of highlighter in the inner corner. And you can actually do this with your finger as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and apply the brow gel. And this is light brown, and it's the ColourPop Brow Boss Gel. And I just like to put an even coat so that my eyebrows. And then for the lips with Morphe Coffee and Kissy. And I'm just going to go ahead and line my lips. And I like to fill in just a little bit. And I love these pencils because they're so creamy. When you line your lips and fill them in, it does make it last longer. So I'm going to go ahead and go in with this e.l.f. Plumping Lip Gloss. And the color is Champagne Glam. I'm just going to apply that all over. This is what it looks like. So you can still get full glam with all affordable products. All right, guys, so this is the final look. My final thoughts on the products that I used today. I did like the foundation. It makes me look very glowy, makes my skin look very healthy. So I did like that. I did like the BH Cosmetics palette as well, as that's new to me. So I did like that. I definitely feel like it was worth the money. The only thing I didn't really like that I thought was just okay was these two brushes from e.l.f. I mean, they're okay. They're not the best. I mean, it is what it is. They do have other great products. Like I did love the lip gloss. I did also enjoy this mascara. I think this is definitely worth it. It's comparable to some of the high ends. And another thing that I wasn't too fond of was the Wet n Wild contouring palette. I mean, it did the job, but I feel like there's other ones out there that would do an even better job from the drugstore. So if you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, refer your friends if they love makeup as well. And until next time, guys, see ya.